Screen. Wow. Grand Rising, Facebook, and YouTube, and Zoom. Thank you for joining us this morning. Just want you to know that at 9 o'clock, we will be switching over to Zoom only. So I'd advise you to go ahead now and get your Zoom ticket. If you already have one, use the same number. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. Okay, we're going to have a wonderful day today. As usual, today we have Mama Razia Curtis and we have Mama Hetheru. Oh my goodness. So, hey, what can we say? Go ahead, beautiful queens. Take us on a journey this morning.
Well, Grand Rising, my sisters and brothers. I have a wonderful self-healing body. I am so fearfully and wonderfully made. You have a wonderful self-healing body, for you are so fearfully and wonderfully made. We all have a wonderful self-healing body, for we are so fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's the truth. I bring to you my sister, Hetheru, who will be sharing with us some of her precious knowledge. And you know, knowledge is what we know, what we have experienced, what we have gained on the path of life. And Mama Haru, I see her as a natural path practitioner and a healthy lifestyle advocate. And I'm just really, really proud to have her be our key presenter today. So I present to you Mama Hetheru.
Yay!
Thank you so much. I want to say thank you, first of all, for being in a space and a place where I can gather with such enlightened and open and knowledgeable women in a space. So I'm grateful for that. And the day that we see. Also, I just want to say thank you to Spirit for gifting me the gifts that I was gifted and learning to understand that they are for me to use for the world. They help me, but they are gifts for the world to be used by. That's purpose. So I just wanted to say that. So welcome everybody. So I just want to thank Mama Razia for being my team, accepting me on her Tuesday session, and Mama Queen Aduni for assigning me this Tuesday. First we talked about Friday, but I'm so glad Tuesday is it. Tuesday's it. So prior to this day, we had begun talking about our oral health and our mouths and our teeth and things of that nature. And when Mama Razia and I spoke, we talked about how important our health is for our teeth. We're taught to, take care of your bodies, make sure you clean yourself and da-da-da and all this. But it's mostly the body in general, but not specific areas. So our teeth, we have to have a greater health. I have issues and challenges. So as we go on this journey, I want you to be able to identify in yourself where things are going on, because I found out recently that the teeth are connected to each tooth has an assignment to different parts of the body. And I'm not just talking about organs. There's muscular, your spine, and let's go on a journey. So I just need to get ability to share the screen. Okay, all right. Let me turn my screen on so I can make sure that I show what I want to be seen.
No surprises.
Okay, so it says it is disabled, but host disabled, participant screen sharing. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna make you the co-host.
Okay.
Grand Rising.
Grand
Grand Rising.
You came in at a good time while I'm getting my things together. It's still not. I know how to do this, but it's not.
Well, while you're putting that together, I want to welcome you as part of the team, official member of the team. With everybody, just kind of give her a love, a hallelujah, or whatever. That we are accepting you as a woman of wisdom to share with the world, share with us and the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we thank Spirit for bringing you to us. You are a gift, such a gift.
Thank you. Well, it doesn't seem to be working.
Okay, it's not.
Maybe my video needs to be on. No, that's not it. I know how to do this. I do.
Oh, you know what? Okay. Oh, wait. We need to switch. I need to switch it to the other one. Remember, I got you on two of them. Okay, let me switch this. So that you're not the co-host up here. You're the co-host down.
I want the co-host. I've always wanted to separate, be more than one of myself, and now it's happening.
Oh God, can we take it?
What? Okay.
Let me see. Well, ladies, why don't you, while we're pulling this together, Razia, you can share what's going on and about what you've been doing yesterday, your garden and stuff. Yeah.
Well, it's a blessed time, and the heat has its purposes. Quite a few people were concerned about how hot it was going to be, and it energized us. We realized that heat and the sweating and so forth kept us going longer in the work in the garden. But what I just want to share with all of you is that I've taken it seriously, and I'm encouraging other people to take seriously the need to have food available in our space. Get more into planting some seeds, some lettuce seeds, some mustard greens, all the greens, the green beans, the peas, all of these things we planted yesterday. And Michigan is a wonderful area for growing a garden. In fact, I didn't realize, but when I travel, there are people in other states who will say, you've got the best land, you got some of the best land in the country for gardening and for raising your own food. Even a man in Georgia walked up to me one summer and he said, oh, I miss that Michigan land. I wish that we had more of that down here. And I was shocked because I thought that the South had it on us in terms of healthy soil and ready soil for raising our food. So I see that Sister Haru has gotten something on, so it's working.
Yay!
So all is well, and we will continue. We decided that looking at oral health is very, very important because digestion begins in the mouth. the ability to chew and get the food ready for the next step to the stomach is key. And when we don't have proper chewing mechanism, we are guaranteed to have indigestion, stomach problems, some leaky gut, all those difficult issues that we are facing in America. So we just thought we needed to take pause and look at what we can do better so that we can have a healthier system. So we thank you, sister, for bringing this information to us.
All right. Thank you, Mama Razia. Okay, everything is working. Thank you all for being so patient with me and taking time out to help me get my thing together. Okay, so I put this quick presentation together based on Mama Razia and I's conversation. We talked about a couple of areas, but this is one that we wanted to focus on that was very important. So this is Elizabeth's Tuesday Inclusive Nutrition Practices with Mama Razia and Mama Hetaru. Okay. Okay. So beginning with a movement, because Mama Het likes to move, and I would ask that you all do this with me or at least envision this. We are going to do some movement. So Sister Tanae, who is my dance teacher, has given us some yoga for the face. And I wanted to share that with us today, just to help me with my little, however I'm feeling, and to get through the presentation. So one of the moves that we learned was I just called it the forehead pull because I didn't get a name. So I'm naming it so we can identify. So you want to gently, let's rub our hands together just to create some energy. La, 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 la. All right, so we want to take a nice deep breath. We want to inhale through the nostril, doing the diaphragmatic breathing where you take that air to your belly and fill that belly with air. So blow it up like a balloon. You want to have it go out as far, expand it as far as it'll go with your inhale. And then also I want you to imagine your core, your most inner self, and I want you to open that space up and push it down to the root chakra in this inhale. And as you begin to exhale through your mouth, you want to close that, your center part, your core, and close it and bring it back up behind your belly button. That's what helps. Remember to keep the abs tight, and then also let all the air out of your belly. So imagine your belly button touching your spine. Now that was a lot, so let's do it again. Just to help center self. All right, I'm in my calm state now. All right, so now what we want to do is I want you to gently take your left hand or your right, whichever one. You can start with whichever, and then we'll just switch. I'll call one this hand and the other one that hand, and that will help us not have to deal with the right and left because I get so twisted about that sometimes. So I'm going to take this hand and put it on the center of my forehead. And that hand, I'm going to pull gently across 8 times across my forehead. Be committed to your 8 and take your time. It's no rush. And then when you're done, just wave away the energy, and then we'll rub our hands together again and do the opposite with that side. Touch your forehead with that side and use this side to go across the opposite way, on the other side. 8 times. Shake it off, and then rub your hands together again. I made up those parts. Okay, now we're gonna do a nasal massage. So you're gonna put your index and your middle finger up to your nostril on the side, and you're just gonna follow up through the nasal cavity and then go across your eyebrows and wipe off. And we'll do that 8 times. Inhaling and exhaling. This was one of the areas that was affected for our current our alternative what do you call it? Our alternative universe. So we want to address that. Okay, so we can just rub our hands together again. Now this one is going to be a little fun, I think, because it makes us. Now, what we're doing now is the tongue exercise. You want to keep your forehead relaxed. We don't want to do the line, we don't want to scrunch and make the line. So we're going to do this and we're going to open our eyes very wide. Like that, without scrunching up the forehead, and stick your tongue out. Without scrunching up your forehead. So we're going to do that 8 times. Do your best.
Mama Heather,
Yes.
look at us in the other screen so we can see your face.
Oh, and this.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see me, so that's why I'm looking all. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see. I don't know if I wanted my face seen for this one. This one. Okay, here we go.
Okay, good.
Okay, so relax the forehead and open the eyes wide and stick your tongue out. 8 times. I'm just doing a self-check. Okay, so we can take a breath. We made it through that. I usually get the giggles when I do that. But anyway, so the next one is to, again, remember to keep your forehead relaxed. And then we're going to stick our tongue out and just wag it from this side to that side. Okay, 8 times. So it's a set, one counts for this side and that side. Okay. All right, keep that forehead relaxed. And when you're done, just retract your tongue and put it back in your mouth. And then take a couple breaths. Okay, for our final exercise, we're going to do an ear pull. Now this one, you're going to walk up your ear from the lobe and then walk up. And maybe 4 or 5, it's maybe 3 pulls or 4 pulls or 5 pulls, whatever's needed. Gently, but firmly. Do that 8 times. We call this the ear walk. This loosens the fissure muscles. Was it fissure? I have to get that pronunciation of that word. It loosens up the muscles in your neck. This will also let you know if it's time to clean the ears. Okay. All right. Okay. So how did that go for everybody?
We sure enough woke the face up.
Yeah,
That felt good.
Okay.
my ears are still tingling.
I know.
That's good. So usually Miss Tanae will have us do a right and left first before we do the ear pull, and then do it again and notice how much further, how much we can reach further after doing the ear pull. So I just wanted to do that to get the little kinks out, and I love movement, so I wanted to share that. All right, so now I gotta go back to my other self. Here's me here. And now we're back. So are you all able to see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're on page 3 now. So again, we were talking about oral health, and we're going to talk about the contents in our products. The toxic contents in our products. So I also have another machine because I want to say the words properly. All right. So, okay, so our first word is
Triclosan.
Whoa. Okay. Sorry.
Triclosan.
It's called triclosan. This ingredient is an antibacterial and antifungal, and it reduces plaque and gingivitis, but it is a thyroid hormone disruptor.
Wow.
That's in some of our toothpaste. It is resistant to bacteria and heightens the risk of cancer found in hand soap as well.
Wow.
So this, this antibacterial, I remember when I began to see this name appearing on the soap, on the pump, the hand soap, I was already feeling some kind of way. I was like, why do we need to antibacterial what we've been cleaning with for years? Sometimes we do need to improve things, but why? And then this is really bothersome for me. So as it is an antibacterial, it begins to resist bacteria and helps heighten the risk of cancer. And again, hand soap and for your mouth and your hands. Okay, we also have alcohol. Alcohol doesn't know what bacteria to get rid of. It seems like it's radiation or chemotherapy, where it kills the cells, but it kills both. It doesn't know the difference between good cells and bad cells. We have artificial coloring. It helps with ADHD. A lot of our children, there used to be, when I was working in the school, we had a few children that would have this challenge. And now it's even worse. We didn't have that red color, the red 40 dye, and we've seen it come back in products if we're paying attention. And I think it was a blue also. Okay. We have the aspartame. Let me get this word. ASPAR. And make sure I turn this down.
Aspartame.
Aspartame is carcinogenic. We have the carrageenan.
Carrageenan.
It helps increase acne, intestinal challenges, colon ulcerations, and cancer in our toothpaste. That's just one product that is in. This next one, CA. Here's another. Cami Diaphragmatic. Ugh. This stuff makes my skin crawl. I lost my definition assignment. Hold on a minute.
Which one are you on now, sister?
The fourth, the Cami Diaphragmatic.
Okay.
I'm getting a little heated by all of this now. My skin is sweating because I'm aggravated by what I'm reading.
Is that Canada
Propofol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. It is harmful to the environment. The diethylamine is a hormone disruptor, irritant, and respiratory carcinogen. Our fluoride contributes to headaches, nausea, vomiting, gastrointestinal symptoms. If we're looking at these products and thinking about the body areas that are affected by the diseases that we encounter, now you begin to see this connection. Our parabens, breast cancer, bioaccumulate buildup, slow to rid, of course, now that's my page. Let me go to my page. Okay. I'll come back to the one that, of course, is one with a lot of letters. The parabens. I can do that.
For them.
Parabens. Those are used in a lot of cosmetics also.
Well,
The website. You can also look at the website. It's give me a moment.
well, I would just like to say aspartame is used in a lot of our snacks and cookies and so forth. And it's a very, very harmful product, but it's used as a sweetener. There was a time when aspartame was being introduced as being better than sugar and honey and some of the things that we've used for years. But the most alarming thing for me about the use of aspartame is that I see a lot of it being used in the senior services. When you go to a senior home or a place where people are in residence to get better, the snacks that are given are sugar-free. And if you look at the ingredient, aspartame is right up there as a major sweetener. So we have a lot to do in terms of understanding these products and how we need to eliminate them from our use.
Thank you, Mom Razia. I'll come back. I do have the link on the page, so I did put it in the chat window so you all could look at this as well. I see one is missing, the parabens. We'll come back to that. But anyway, breast cancer is enough, but there's so much more that these ingredients do. You have the perfluorohexane sulfonic acid, which is liver developmental issues and environmental challenges in cancer. The propylene glycol used in antifreeze. Okay, we could put that right up there with a Mountain Dew. Our saccharin, in animal studies, it's affected their bladder, brain tumors, and lymphoma. The sodium lauryl sulfite is used for insecticides. This is in our toothpaste, people. And then we have the titanium dioxide, which traces negatively affects the body's non-reproductive organs. So there you have it, our wonderfully made, FDA-approved toothpaste contents piece. Okay, so let's move on. I got a little bothered by that. That really bothered me. Whew. So I just put up a couple pictures. You know, we have different types of ways to brush our teeth with brushes and or the electric or what I call them powered brushes. They have the water pick, you know, different types of ways. So I've begun to switch to the bamboo toothbrushes. And even though something claims to be organic and all of that, we still need to read because they only show you what they want us to see most times. But it's good to understand about your bristles because in my reading, I found out that some of these products I use on a dental floss. They want to make sure they get in your body with these toxins on purpose. Okay, so let's go take a look at our teeth. Look inside the mouth. So I provided the website again. So if you can look at that, the presentation, you're able to go and look inside. So our mouth, our teeth are paired with various body areas. Yeah. Come on, machine, don't do that. Don't do that. Thank you, machine. Okay. I don't fuss in my computer, especially when I want it to work. So he's doing her best. I understand. All right. So on this page, the reason why I like this site is because it's interactive. So if you want to, let's, for instance, say that you know that you have a challenge with a particular tooth. Then I want you to think about physically in another area of your body where you might be having a challenge. It may in fact be that same tooth that goes with that organ or that body part. So this is called the Meridian Tooth Chart app. And I've looked for an interactive. So that means when I click on a tooth, it's going to let me know what part of the body is affected. So if you count from the center, this is the top palate. You go around, and the bottom, you do same thing. Okay. So let's just have an example. Let's see. 9, 10, 11. Okay. My 15 is gone. So let's look at what's affected. I don't know if I want to look at it. Anyway, it is connected to the meridian for the stomach. We are looking at the bladder, the breast, the spleen, and the stomach. The glands that it affects are the adrenal, the parathyroid, the pineal. Oh, the pineal. The vertebrae, T11, T12, and L1. These are in our spine. The spinal cord segments, T11, T12. The sensory is the maxillary sinus. Maxillary, thank you. Okay, as long as we know how to sound out letters, we can pronounce. Thank you so much, Queen, for that sinus. So, and then you look at your muscular, it's the trunk, and then your joints are the anterior knee and the mandible. And then they even go deeper with other relationships, ailments of the urinary bladder, communication, dialysis, limbic region, large amalgamins, very impactful, mammary glands, pain in the posterior shoulder. Okay, I do have a challenge here. Periarthritis, humor scapularis, the pineal thermal and turbulence, waking sleep state, the servo steering of osmosis, and will often radiate to the ear. Now, I had not read all this for that tooth. I looked at the information for my other tooth, but you'll see why now, when we transfer from this slide to the next one, you'll understand why oil pulling can help many of these areas. Like if you know you have a weakness in one area, if you know you have you like sweets, then maybe it's best for you to do some more exercise to keep moving, you know, and think about your sweets in a different way. There are many different alternative, there are other sweeteners like succant, that's spelled succant, that can be used. We can substitute sugars with maple syrup or organic maple syrup. Also our honey, but you have to watch your honey because they put other ingredients in that too. They can call high fructose corn syrup natural sugars now. Your FDA approved that. Our FDA. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. Where am I? Okay. So now we'll take a look at the oil pulling. A little thing is in the way. All right. So And this, like I said, the looking at our teeth, it affects, like Mama Razia said, that it affects our digestion, and our oral health, as well as how we function in the world. So preventative maintenance. So I looked at some of the things that they brought out for purposing for the oil pulling. It's beneficial to strengthen the jaws, depth of voice, flabbiness of face, improving gustatory sensation, and good taste for food. Once used to this practice, you never get dryness of throat, nor do his lips ever get cracked. His teeth will be ever carious and will be deep rooted. He will not have the toothache, or his teeth will not be set on the edge by sour intake. And the teeth can chew even through the hardest edibles. And I remember, Mama, we talked about that the other day, about your friend. What did she share with you about what we should be able to do with our teeth?
Well, we had, for one of our Healing Sport Network gatherings, we had a dentist as our guest presenter, and she talked about dental health. She was from the continent. I think she was from Nigeria. And she said, I have grieved about what I see in America. Your teeth are so weak, and you seem to be able to chew so little. She says in Africa, we have many people who still can bite through a chicken bone. And the people in our room said, wow. But she was saying, I'm finding patients here in America who can't bite into an apple successfully, can't chew carrot sticks or this. And this is very serious, she says, and that we really should get into strengthening our gums and strengthening our teeth. And we should not bow down to the suggestion that we just eat soft foods. That was really creating more problems for us. We need to exercise the gums and exercise the structure of our mouths through chewing something of substance. So it was an interesting session. I wish I could still find the recording of it, but that stuck with me for a long time.
Yeah, you never hear of someone about exercising the gums,
Right.
in the mouth. I mean, you just brush them and you go on about your day. But I've never heard like the exercises for, and of course, in my situation, I do have to stay away from I can't bite into an apple and God forbid a carrot. This is good information. Yeah.
Thank you. So that's what sent Mama Razia and I on the whole mission of looking into the oil pulling a little deeper. Okay. So now we'll look at the oil pulling. So oil pulling is there is a built-in wisdom that the body has the intelligence to heal itself. With time and assistance, oil pulling assists the endocrine and immune system to make its own antibacterial and anti-inflammatory painkiller and anabolic chemicals to cure and heal gum and other diseases. Allergies, cold, headache, asthma, bronchitis, pigmentation, itching, rashing, scars, eczema, digestive, constipation, arthritis, joint pains, heart disease, diabetes, piles, reproductive system for women. These methods help get rid of toxins and heal from within. So for the how, after brushing and rinsing, 2 tablespoons of cold press. Now I use 1 tablespoon. So a lot of these things can be tweaked according to what your needs are. 2 tablespoons of cold pressed sunflower or sesame seed oil and an empty stomach. So what you're doing is you're going to take the oil off of the, eat it off of the, well, take it into your mouth off of the spoon. Close your mouth, and you don't want to swallow it. So I make sure that I tell people to don't think about gargling, but I pretend with that, when we used to take Jell-O and swish it around in our mouths and turn it into Kool-Aid, but don't swallow it though. You don't want to swallow it because you're pulling toxins out of your body. So you're swishing it around. And they use the example of having your chin up, rinsing the mouth to ensure the oil sweeps over the entire oral cavity, slowly pulling the oil by sipping and sucking with the help of the tongue between gaps of our teeth. So you just consciously, it's hard to describe, but if you close your mouth and use your tongue to swish air, to push air through, if you get something in your teeth, you might suck it to pull it out, or blow out to make it go out of your mouth. I don't know if everybody's relating to this with the how when you have things caught up in your teeth. So with the liquid in your mouth, you're swishing it around, just going around side to side, up and down through the top teeth, and just imagine going to each tooth and pushing that oil around, and it's wrapping around your tooth. It'll dig down. I've had oil pulling take out, if you've had those kernels from popcorn and you think you've gotten it with the floss, the oil pulling does an even better job. That's in my experience. It gets better things out than the actual flossing. I like to floss afterwards when I do mine. But the suggestion is between 15 to 20 minutes. Again, you can tweak that according to it, but you do want your oil to get a really, really thin, because at first it's a little thick and it is uncomfortable at first. It's a little weird, but when you think about what you're doing and why you're doing it, it's for the health of your body and not just one part, but many parts. Unlike a medicine, sometimes we take pills and they'll fix one thing and they're ripping up 13 others, so why are we taking this if it's harming us better than it's helping us? And then when you're done, now they say you can put it down the sink, but I don't like that suggestion. I'm thinking that stuff is going to solidify and clog up the sink, because they tell you that when you release it to put it, I like to have like a water bottle or something that I'm going to put it in, but the scent from this is horrific because it is pulling up toxins. It does not smell good. So, I like to go outside and just, do it out maybe on my back porch or whatever, because it's hideous. And that lets me know that it's working. It gets very thin, and when it's time to let it go, it gets very thin. So the oil has a certain thickness, and once you feel it thinning out and it looks kind of like a yellowish color, then you want to spit it out. You don't want to swallow it because it's the toxins from your body. So do your best. If you swallow, it won't take you out or anything, but you just want to make sure that you're spitting it out, and then rinse your mouth through afterwards. But they're saying you can do that. You can brush with your teeth, your toothbrush, and then do the rinsing. Some people even scrape their tongues before, and I suggest first thing in the morning, and you don't want to have anything on your stomach. You want to have an empty stomach, they're suggesting. I've not done it without it, so I don't know. And before you have your coffee and your water, so first thing after you eliminate, get up in the morning and take care of that. And then you could take a shower to help pass the time. Because a lot of people say that it's a lot of time that, it's like, Mom, I had to take so long. Just find something to do. You got some clothes to fold and some things to put in the washing machine to get that done while you're doing that. So I just want you all to, jump in and talk about, your concerns or questions, and we'll see if they can get answered. But I just wanted to really share this because I hear about people talking about many things that they're dealing with. They say that it even helps you rest a little bit better. And so my goal is to help people find a different way to be preventative about our health, rather than having an experience and then needing to do something because it's of dire consequences. So that's why I'm on this mission of study and learn. So I thank you for listening, and I hope you all want to engage about our teeth, and I hope this is useful.
I had a question about where would we get the best product? What are you suggesting in terms of the cold press?
Well, our natural foods.
What would be our suggested places to go?
Well, I've gotten some of mine from Natural Food Patch. I would imagine Trader Joe's would have. And then I'm not suggesting these stores because I'm sure we have stores. I would like to find stores where co-ops, places like that help the community, that are community based. I would rather go to places like that. So when our Detroit Food Network, when we get our co-op, we will be shopping there. They're saying cold pressed. Now, I'm not sure if that's different from organic or what that means, but and then also people may want to use different oils. I've had people tell me they've used black seed oil, coconut oil. Again, there was a recommendation that coconut oil is not recommended for people with silver or amalgam in their mouth. It could be loosening. And actually, I do have a tooth that has that challenge as well. On the opposite side, on the upper tooth, so I've got like two areas of concern in my mouth. But those are, find what works for you, because everything doesn't work for everybody. If you like the coconut oil, which I do use, and sometimes I put my teeth CBD oil with it. Sometimes I've been adding my colloidal silver to my swishing. Some people like to put peppermint oil in it to help with the taste. But I just tell myself I can do this 20 minutes and get through it so I can help heal my body, keep my body on a good road, if you will. So, has anybody else ever used the oil pulling method in our community?
Hi, my name is Marlo. I'm not real consistent with it, but now that I'm getting a lot of this information, I'll learn to be more consistent with it. And I just have a question as far as toothpaste. Which ones do you recommend, or do you recommend making your own?
Both. I've done I like to use, my favorite is coconut oil with just a little bit of baking soda, not too much, because I know that can break down the teeth as well. We got to be careful with that. But I like to use baking soda and coconut oil. That's my favorite.
Okay.
And we have people in the community that make toothpaste. I know Mama Shoe's partner, he makes toothpaste, he sells, so we can go to the Goddess Market and get that, or at least connect there. I look for more natural toothpaste. I like to get toothpaste. I love my black toothpaste, the charcoal toothpaste. I do enjoy that, and I've gotten that at Rite Aid. But as I find more, because all of our, I'm sure that every product we need, a brother or sister makes, or someone that we know that put their hands on it makes, and I like to support them first and foremost. But I like the charcoal toothpaste. The Hello brand. There's a brand called Hello that I like to use. I think Dr. Bonner's has a toothpaste, doesn't he? Dr. Bonner, the one that makes the Castle soap. I'm sorry, the Castle soap. I believe they have a toothpaste. I was looking up yesterday and I found a toothpaste that they have.
Yes.
But you gotta watch out for those ingredients.
They do, and it's fantastic. I love the toothpaste.
Yeah, this is Deidre. Yes, I've done oil pulling before, and I did it with coconut oil. And I'm glad you brought this up, because I'm going to get back on it, because I did stop. So
Okay.
thank you. Thanks for the presentation.
Can I chime in here? Hi, I'm
Please do.
Razia invited me to join to listen in. And one of the things that I, for my mouth, I get the food grade hydrogen peroxide, and I use that, and I use some baking soda. I make it up, and I like to use a little lavender oil and a little of the lavender oil, and mix that up. And I do use it. I have a denture partial at the top, and I do soak my partial in that. You know what it does, what I, it forms, and and it just feels so clean. It gets the plaque and the tartar, out. So
Mhm.
that's what.
Miss Brenda, I think we're gonna need to write your recipe down.
What did you use for soaking the partial?
That is the grade hydrogen. And they have the instruction, and they have the dipper, and with I also use the water. I always use the water that I buy, and baking soda and the lavender oil, the Dr. Bonner's lavender oil.
Okay.
That food grade hydrogen peroxide. They give you recipes because you don't want to overdo it, because you will can take yourself out with this stuff.
No, I've been using it for years.
No, I was saying if you do too much, if you don't use the measurements.
Oh, yeah.
That's very important in your dipper, right, Miss Brenda? Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, thank you for that.
Well,
so if we have any ladies that have experience with cracked heels, I must say I'm a dry bird, I'm an earth sign, and I love to go barefoot. So sometimes, and not drink enough water, but I'm doing better. I should get some now. But I found that when I use sunflower sesame oil, they don't take care of my heels like the coconut oil does. I can do the coconut oil in one day and my heels will close up. I'm talking about cracked heels on the hooves.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm good because I've been doing my oil, but sometimes I'll mix, so like I said, with everything, you have to tweak it on what's best for you, because some people might be allergic to certain oils. I don't know. So you want to be careful with that, but those things are key in our. So did anyone have a tooth that they wanted to look at or check on that site? I did send this whole presentation in the chat window, so you all have access to those links. I put them in green, and so when you touch over them, they will take you straight to the page about about the areas that we were looking at. And let me see what else. So if you want, we can take a quick breather. I'm gonna go run and get my toothpaste, because now I need to check the toothpaste that I'm using, and get some water and get your coffee, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that was quite informative for me. I've heard of the oil pulling, and I think a woman was at one of our dinner meetups, and she just mentioned it, and people were saying, "What's that?" And a lot of people had not heard of it. And she was a young woman who was saying that she had, during her pregnancies and so forth, she had discovered that she was having some dental problems, and she did not want to expose herself to chemicals and going to the dentist and having the chemicals put in to deaden the tooth or what have you. And that's how she got to learning about the powers of oil pulling. And as with the sister Heru here, she started researching and found a whole world of knowledge out there, a whole body of support for her desire to take care of herself and not expose herself and her baby in utero to that extra chemicals that you can encounter in a dentist office. So I'm pleased that we're having this today, and I know that I'm certainly going to start looking more into what we're doing, because there's toothpaste, there's mouthwash, there are lozenges, there are throat sprays, and so many things that we buy over counter, and some things that are prescribed. And what we're learning through this discussion is many harmful products are being sold to us, sometimes at a hefty price. Just very, very serious. And we are in the position to influence our families and our young people. And this information can go a long way in saving health, saving our teeth, and also saving our bodies. Because where do toxins go? Inside.
Yeah.
And they come out in forms that we would not have imagined. Absolutely. Lena Doney. Oh, I see.
Did any get that
I'm
too?
looking at my products.
I see Pam's hand raised as well. So want to make sure we acknowledge Pam.
Okay, Pam, go ahead.
I really want to thank you, Mama Razi and Mama Heather Roof, for bringing this information. It just reminds me of just how amazing the human body is that God created. It just I never knew that a tooth would have anything to do with the rest of the body. It's just amazing to me. Wow. You just never know what's going on inside the body and why it does certain things when you don't know what anything has to do with the other inside your own body. It's just really amazing to me. I just wanted to say thank you again.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. Your earlobes, your hands, your feet. I think it's some more, but I think those places also. So they're all connected. Body's amazing. So Mama Nawili.
Yes.
At our star who was posing with Baba yesterday. I was like, I think this is our sister with the Baba. I've only seen you sitting in lotus style, but I think that was you. I had to share the picture. I'm so sorry.
Well,
I'm posting in here.
Yeah, thank you for sharing the picture because I hadn't seen it. So I was really grateful. So now it's the picture I feel has gone around the world, which is our world, which is very. Thank you all. Thank you for your comments, your love. And thank you so much. I truly, truly honor your energy and your knowledge and wisdom. Made me go pull out my toothpaste, which is Jason's. It's called Power Smile Whitening Paste. And it says fluoride free, SLS free, gluten free, no parabens, no artificial colors, no sweeteners, no saccharin, no polyethylene glycol, no gluten, but it says none of those, but it doesn't say what's in here.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it says all that. And of course, it's very cool. It's vanilla peppermint. So they do have questions and comments, which is, okay, so it says, perk up your smile with whiteners, calcium carbonate, which I know is a calcium that most bodies can tolerate, and baking soda, infused with grapeseed oil, perilla seed extracts, and it says absolutely no sugars, and peppermint oil. So might be. Yeah.
What's the name of that again, please?
It's Jason's Power Smile Whitening Paste.
Power Smile Paste.
And I
Whitening.
know I bought this at Sprouts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it at Sprouts.
Now, really, can you put that in the chat?
Sure, absolutely.
Mhm. And where you got it from?
Yes. Yeah. Thanks again.
And at that point, we are at 9:02, and we must bid a farewell for the day to Facebook and YouTube. But we do want you to join us. If you go to elizabethvisionaryconference.org and just hit that, get your ticket. It's free, and you can use that ticket forever. You only have to register once. We invite you to come and join us. We will be continuing to 10 o'clock only on Zoom. So ladies, let's bid them good day. We love you, and we are out. Come on and join us.